Your life is objectively good, but your nervous system won't believe it. You have the job, the relationship, the stability you worked for, yet you're still scanning for threats that don't exist. Your brain is addicted to stress, not metaphorically, literally. After years of cortisol and adrenaline flooding your system, your neural pathways crave that chemical hit. So even when life calms down, your mind manufactures problems to get its fix. You catastrophize small conversations. You create worst-case scenarios about stable situations. You feel guilty for resting because your system doesn't know how to exist without emergency mode. You've been running so long, stillness feels dangerous. The Romans had a word for this, inquis mens, the restless mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote about it in his private journal, not as philosophy, but as personal struggle. He was the most powerful man in the world, yet his mind wouldn't let him rest. Here's what nobody tells you. This isn't a character flaw. It's conditioning. Your brain learned that vigilance equals survival. But now vigilance is destroying your peace. Epictetus, who went from slave to sage, understood this better than anyone. He taught that we suffer not from events, but from our judgments about events. But here's the deeper truth. We suffer from our addiction to making those judgments. Your mind has become a cortisol manufacturing plant, and you're both the factory owner and the primary customer. Every time you mentally rehearse a problem that doesn't exist yet, you're feeding the addiction. Marcus Aurelius developed what I call present moment auditing. 3 times a day, he would stop and ask, what is actually happening right now? Not what might happen. Not what happened yesterday. Right now. Most of the time, the answer was, I am sitting. I am breathing. I am safe. That's it. If. The drama was in his head, not his reality. But this is where it gets strange. Your stress addiction doesn't want you to notice this. It will tell you that scanning for problems is responsible, that planning for disasters is wise, that constant vigilance is necessary. The Stoics called this the tyranny of future pain. You're suffering from problems that exist only in your imagination. And your brain rewards you with stress chemicals every time you do it. Epictetus taught his students a radical practice. When you catch your mind creating problems, you say, this is not happening to me right now. Not dismissing real issues, but refusing to suffer from imaginary ones. Does this sound like your life right now? Sunday evening anxiety about Monday morning meetings? Relationship problems you solve in your head before they happen? Financial catastrophes you calculate while your bank account is fine? You felt this. You just didn't have a name for it. Your nervous system is stuck in a feedback loop of manufactured emergency. Marcus Aurelius wrote, how much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does. But the deeper reading is, how much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what problems his mind manufactures. Here's what changes everything. You can retrain your neural pathways, not through positive thinking, through present moment awareness. The Stoics called this prosauche, continuous attention to the here and now. Stop. This is important. Your stress addiction convinces you that problems exist everywhere, but problems exist in time, past regrets, future fears. Peace exists in space, right here, right now. Epictetus had his students practice what he called the discipline of assent. Before accepting any thought as true, pause. Ask, is this actually happening to me right now? Or is this my mind seeking its cortisol fix? Most of the time, it's the addiction talking. Here's what you do today. Set 3 random phone alarms. When they go off, stop everything and audit your present moment. What is actually happening right now? Not the story about what's happening, the raw reality. You'll be shocked how often the answer is nothing. Fine. I was just mental time traveling. Your stress addiction hates this practice because it breaks the chemical cycle. Marcus Aurelius discovered that peace isn't the absence of problems, it's the absence of the compulsive need to create them. Your nervous system can learn to rest. But first it has to detox from its cortisol dependency. The Stoics weren't trying to eliminate all stress. They were trying to eliminate unnecessary stress. And 80% of your stress is unnecessary. It's just familiar. You've been carrying this pattern so long, you think it's who you are. But it's just a learned response. And what's learned can be unlearned. Here's the question you'll carry with you. What would your life feel like if you only responded to problems that actually exist right now? If something in you just shifted, you already know what to do. If this names something you've been carrying, subscribe. New wisdom every day.